Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly energy update. And we have a very full week coming in. I did want to let you know that the monthlies for each zodiac sign are already out. They came out last week. So those will be linked in a playlist at the end of the video if you want to check those out. Also, we have the Lionsgate energy for the portal coming up on August 8th is like the day, but we already are starting to be impacted by those energies. So those will come into the reading this week. I am putting out each individual readings for each zodiac sign for the Lionsgate as well. And they'll come out staggered Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this following week as well. So I'm excited because we have that Sun and Leo energy coming in, that aligns with the star Sirius and the Orion's belt and Earth. So it's a great manifesting energy that's coming in, like creation, birthing of things. Also, all that energy of the 8th house and all the 8s that go on with that, with the strength card being the number 8 in the major arcana, which is all about bridging between the human and the higher self. The energy of the 8th house, which is ruled by Scorpio, brings in power, transformation, energy, passion. So fire, 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 a beautiful just spark of burst of energy and creativeness and manifestation coming in. So I'm going to have, of course, a reading for each individual zodiac sign for this weekly energy update. We're going to jump into yours right now. And before we jump into your reading, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that I'm going to be having a drawing once I reach 1,000 or more subscribers on my YouTube channel. I will be having a drawing for 10 1-hour personal readings for 10 lucky individuals. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate you considering doing so. And if you do, make sure to click on the little alarm button to be notified and select the all option so that when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will put out a special video letting you know how you can enter that drawing. So I really appreciate all of you watching, and we'll get into your reading now. All right, Libra, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Sacred Forest Oracle. And, of course, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. Give these a good shuffle. I know the cards that jumped out for this week, it just feels like a very magical week with all this manifesting magical energy that the Sacred Forest and a couple fairy decks jumped out. So I'm excited to see what they have for you. All right, so for our Libras, what do you want them to know about the energy of this week, please? Okay, actually, they do want this one right there. And let's see what comes out here. Wow, yeah, so you got the dragon, you got power coming in here. Very, very powerful card. That is card number 11. So even a master number making itself known here, which is about, really for me, the number 11 represents like the power or overcoming, mastering your human shadow experience. So this is so great with the dragon showing up. And it says, "You've fallen asleep on the forest floor. The night was cold as you snuggled into some leaves, yet you felt warm and comfortable as you slept. In the early morning, you stretch and open your eyes to find a dragon has lovingly wrapped himself around you in the night. He opens his large eyes and looks at you with kindness and compassion, and you know that all is well." Wow, I love that imagery. It says, "This card suggests it's time to step into your power and take charge of your life. Look to see if there is anyone in your life who's trying to run the show. Speak your truth and take back authority of your own life. In love, of course. You're ready to stand in your strength. If you've lost or given away your authority to someone or something else, it's now time to reclaim it. If you're holding on to limiting beliefs, or if you're afraid of being shunned, judged, or ostracized, it's time to let go of those limitations. Release any fear of misusing your gifts, because true strength doesn't dominate or manipulate. It's a gift from the Creator that dwells within you. You have the spiritual power that's born of sacred love, wisdom, and grace. This ability can heal others and bring light into the darkness. You are a radiant, glorious being. Dragon Spirit at your side is a mighty ally. He empowers you with healing and restorative abilities. He helps you overcome any obstacle, and he protects you in all areas of your life. And the spirit of the dragon says, within you dwells the remarkable power to manifest your dreams, gain great riches, and activate ancient wisdom. Take back your power and express your strength with grace. Wow. I love that. I mean, how perfect is that with all that manifesting energy we talked about too? It specifically mentions getting your power back, and you have the ability to manifest so much in your life. So I love where this is headed. We're also going to pull from the healing with the fairies oracle and see what else they have to add to this as well. Right, so what else for our Libras, please? Okay, actually, they do want that one right there, so we will obey. And you have higher consciousness. Look at that amazing card. Yeah, definitely stepping up to this amazing, amazing place within your life here. And let's see what message comes in with that here for you. I mean, wow, what a powerful reading you have. You are receiving guidance from your true self, your higher consciousness, which is one with the divine universal wisdom. You are listening to love rather than fear. And this card is a validation that your recent feelings, thoughts, dreams, and aspirations are coming from spirit. You've been asking for divine guidance, and your higher self has answered your prayers. Your spiritual path has helped you hear this voice because you've taken the time to listen. Perhaps you've begun a meditation or a yoga practice, and this has helped you quiet your mind. Or maybe you've put your foot down to the universe and have adamantly decided to improve your life. Whichever route you've taken is working very well. Now, the fairies ask you to keep having conversations with your higher consciousness. This will involve carving out time away from noise and stress. You may need to take frequent nature walks, join a spiritual support group, or go on a retreat. By quieting your life and your mind, the voice of your higher consciousness becomes increasingly loud and clear. It guides you perfectly through all life areas. And the affirmation for this card is, I easily hear and understand the inner voice of spirit. So beautiful. I mean, I love how this dragon takes you into, it's like you took time away to rest in the forest and sleep. And in that, you woke up to this connection to this divine being, the dragon. It's interesting that in the Chinese mythology, the Chinese dragon is like angels. They're like a higher conscious being, not like the dragons of, the West and Europe, where they were fire breathing and destruction and that everyone wants to try to kill it. The Chinese dragons were these mythical, mystic, beautiful higher beings that were always in search of truth. And so when one appeared, it was it was like being visited by angels in the Western side. So you have that connection here. And then also it mentions here about manifestation and identifying your dreams, and that your dreams and what you're wanting to manifest, where you're wanting to head, is from spirit. And so, step forward in that. Step forward with that boldness toward your dreams. I was just reading this morning, which is so perfect for this message for you, that manifestation comes in two forms. One is by intentions, where you are putting out this energy into your actions and you're taking steps in the physical world and with your intentions on the inside to have something happen. Then the other side too is also like the wishing kind of energy, which is being open not doing any action and just asking something of spirit and being an open chalice, being this openness, allowing the spirit and the creator and the spiritual realms to give to you without and you doing anything. You're just asking of them and you're releasing it to them and just opening your arms and your hands, allowing them to give to you. So you have these two sides of the manifestation that is available. So whatever resonates for you, take that. Take that. We're also going to pull here, from the Fairy Tarot and to see what else they have to add for all you Libras for this wonderful, amazing week. I am loving this. All right, so what else for our Libras? What else do you want them to know about this energy for this week? Okay, they do want to that one, and that one, and that one. What else? Okay, I want that one right there. Oh my goodness, so you had two here. Surprise! I didn't even see that. They are so sneaky, aren't they? So we'll look at these two first, and you have the Strength card, which in this deck normally, and I love that, that's number 11, and the number 11, a great synchronicity here of your inner strength. Normally, some decks, the standard tarot have the Strength card as number 8, and then 11 is Justice, which is about balancing truths. But in this case, the Strength card came out, which, when I talked about in the beginning, the Lion's Gate is coming up here with the Leo sun energy coming in. And this is the bridging of your human world with the spiritual world. So this is definitely coming in here when we were talking about connecting to that higher place. You're so much more than the human side of things. So just know that that is this reaffirming message that it's important for you to take this time to connect to your higher self, because that's where you're going to find your wholeness and your completeness and the strength to move forward here, the confidence to move forward. Because the lion is our human self, and then this is our higher self. The maiden usually has like an infinity symbol on her head or in her hair or somewhere around her, representing this is your eternal self. So your human character, and then the beautiful actor behind the character, that powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that you really are. And the lion comes down here, experiences humanness, is so hungry and thirsty. It's told to look outside of itself out here for that which will make him feel whole and complete. Take away his thirst and fill his belly, but he eats of relationships. He eats of situations like jobs, education, social status. He eats of body and possessions and bank accounts, and all those things leave him still hungry and even probably more thirsty, because those things are not what he's truly looking for. And so he becomes desperate. He becomes this roaring lion in the jungle, unaware of the higher self. Because in that piece of us, that's that journey of the 11 of our earlier self, of the ego self, the human self that is so ruled by the fear of losing conditional love, the fear of rejection. And so it eats up all that stuff, and it feels like it's alone, and so it's desperate and it's roaring. But our higher self is always aware and connected to us, of course. So it comes down, and it doesn't come down to kill the lion and put out of its misery. It doesn't try to cage it to save it from other people, and it doesn't try to manipulate it through like a whip and a chair like they do in carnivals and circuses and things like that. Because our higher self knows what that lion self, our human self, is really searching for, is the unconditional love of the higher realms. It's not finding it out in the conditional world, and that's why it's becoming so desperate. But conveniently, our higher self is made of unconditional love. So our higher self joins in this beautiful, embrace with our human self and gives it what it's been looking for. And so that roaring lion transforms from this vicious, roaring, desperate lion in the jungle to a purring little lion cub sitting in the lap of our higher self, finally feeling full its thirst quenched. And then, now that the lion is aware of the higher self, they're able to walk hand in paw through life with a new attitude, a new power, a new relationship with all of that. So I love that came in here for you, because that's reinforcing the higher consciousness, your power, the connection. And then you have the star. So 2 beautiful major arcana here. Star represents like your higher self, really, all these stars up here, because the Hermit card, which is card number 9, will show a lantern with a star inside of it, and that is all about turning inward and allowing your higher self, this beautiful, powerful being that you are, to guide the path. So these definitely came out perfectly together here, and a wonderful surprise that reaffirms everything we talked about there. Then you have the Princess of Autumn, which would be the Page of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. And pages are messengers, and the pentacles, this is like the outside world, and receiving not only new opportunities coming in the outside world that you didn't see before with the guidance of your higher self, but it's also messages coming in from the outside world for you during this time, because pages were like the hear ye of the olden days. They'd go around bringing messages, and so there is news coming in this week from the outside world that helps you on this path and in this direction that you're headed here. So what else have we got here? Yeah, you have the 5 of Summer, which would be the 5 of Cups. So cups are your emotions, and the 5 of Cups would show normally 3 cups spilt with 2 cups behind them. And the 3 cups spilt represents those 3 areas that we talked about with the lion that it felt disappointment in, right? The relationships and situations and our bodies and things. And it is important. I love the 5 of Cups, because 5s are all about a change of perception, change of attitude or awareness around something. And we do come here on purpose to experience a lot. So when the lion came down and ate and drank of all those outside things, it wasn't by accident. It wasn't like, oh, why did you do that, lion? You were so stupid in doing that. It's like, no, that was the design. It came down here and is told, eat and drink of those things. And we come here to experience what it might feel like to have that disappointment, to feel small, to feel limited, and all those other delicious emotions that are attached to that fear of rejection, the fear of losing conditional love. And what the transformation that happens, though, is the 2 of Cups that are normally behind her. And those represent the 2 different choices, the 2 different emotional choices that we have in every moment. One of unconditional love of the higher realm, our higher self, and that of losing conditional love of our lower self. So this message that comes in here for you, these experiences that are happening, it's really allowing you to see the power of choice that you have in every moment. And it's not that you're only supposed to feel and choose that emotion of the higher realm, because how boring would that be, right? I mean, that's why we come down here, to experience the opposite, so we could see that contrast. In experiencing sadness, we understand the joy of who we really are back home. And experiencing that conditional love, a love that you can lose, allows us to see what unconditional love really is. It's like breathing air. You don't know you're breathing air until you're 6 feet underwater, where there is no air, and you're looking up at air and you're going, that is air. This is non-air. Now I have this appreciation for the difference between the two and an understanding of the difference between the two. So I love that knowledge coming in here for you. And then you also have the 3 of Autumn, which would be the 3 of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. And the 3 of Pentacles for me represents not only creativity being expressed in your outside world, but it is about expressing yourself with authenticity in the outside world, not trying to look to others to please them or to try to fit in. And one of my favorite cards, and I can't remember which, I have very large amount of tarot cards and oracle cards. So I can't remember the name of the deck, but they would normally have someone creating something, and then in front and in back of them, they actually have two different people. The person behind them, Spirit was telling me that represents the naysayers, the backstabbers, the people who are not supporting us, that will tell us that, I can't believe you're doing it that way, and blah, 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 and, blah, blah, blah. And so we, of course, put them on the outside circle. We don't want to hear that all the time. We're trying to create something beautiful and authentic. I don't need your negativity. So we just kind of keep them at a distance and don't interact with them as much as we can. Well, the other person in front of us is the supportive individual from the outside world who is saying, I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see what you do with all this. You're going to be so successful. And here's even some financial support. And they're just helping you in a whole bunch of different ways. Well, that person can influence you even more than that naysayer, because our ego wants that support. It wants to have that safety and that praise. And it's afraid to lose that person to go to the naysayer camp. So that appraiser might say something like, hey, but have you ever thought of doing it this way? And they might not have anything attached to it at all. But inside us, we're like, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid I'm going to lose that support, that this is our authentic path. And we might veer off a little bit for that direction. So this card is this message of be authentic, stay you, stay who you are. And, connect to your higher self, that dream, manifest what you're wanting without so much concern about what the other outside world wants for you there. So, beautiful message for this manifestation week for you. I'm excited to see where you take this. And as I mentioned before, I do offer, in addition to these readings, a variety of others, like monthly readings for each zodiac sign. August readings are already out, and I'll have that linked on the playlist here at the end in just a moment. Also, the Lionsgate readings are coming out. And with the air signs, I believe that is Wednesday is when they're coming out. But if you don't want to miss out on any of the new readings and messages that come out, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you will be notified immediately when those new videos and messages become available. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video and you share a video and you comment on a video and you subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited, it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am, of course, very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, all you beautiful Libras, as you go through this fantastic week, please know every second of every day of your life that you truly are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.